Hi guys, what's up? How are you doing? Victor's here, and in this quick tutorial, I hope it's going to be quick. We're going to be talking about how to create website, and specifically, we're going to be talking about how to create, some basic web pages, because I'm pretty sure that you already know how to create website from the point of view like domain name, how to get domain name, how to host that website, and stuff like that. This is pretty straightforward. If you want to create your website, you need a web hosting to host that website, all right? And in order for the people to access your website, you need a domain name. So most of the web hosting, they also allow you to host with them your domain name. This is not the main objective of this tutorial, because we're going to be talking about this is pretty straightforward. So we're going to be talking about how to code, like PHP, HTML, and CSS. There's a lot of, there are some other codes like JavaScript, jQuery, like XML and stuff like that. I'm not going to be talking about that because, now it's not, well, JavaScript and jQuery, it is used widely, but, this, for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to be focusing on the basic stuff, because later on you will learn how to do it. All right, so how are you going to do that? Well, guys, in order for you to have a website, there's a lot of ways to do it. For instance, you can go ahead and download WordPress, which is like already pre-made software that you can just install on your web hosting, and bam, you have already a functional website. But what we want to learn is how to make modifications, how to modify HTML templates, PHP, how to play with that stuff, because that's very important. If you want to be webmaster, you need to know how to do it. You don't want to, every time you want to do some modification, paste somebody else to do it for you. All right. So let's just get started. Now, in order to to become a developer or play with the with the code and take your time, without taking your website offline, you need to do it on your computer. It's called localhost. So you need to install a localhost web server. Well, again, there's a lot of different solutions for that, but the best one is called okay, let's see if I can spell correctly. Something like that. Oh yeah, it's called. This is the one I'm talking about. So just pretty much download this puppy, install it on your computer. All right. Now I have already installed it, so we're gonna jump straight into the code. Now, oh sorry guys. Now you have to realize that PHP code, it's quite difficult to understand, but again, we're going to be focusing just on basics. The PHP code, guys, you need to have PHP in order to communicate with the server, all right? And then the PHP uses HTML to basically to display the message or whatever the server returns, all right? So for instance, as you can see, Google over here, all this information that you can see, text and stuff like that, links, it's called HTML. This is pretty much basic text, like images and stuff. This is let's say already, yeah, this is a basic text, and this text was generated by HTML or jQuery, or JavaScript. It has been already processed. It has to be processed first by the server, and then will be displayed on HTML. All right, so let's see. Let's just in order for you to create HTML, let's say web pages, which is pretty basic stuff, you need to have like a specific tool. Like there's a program out there called Notepad++, which is a free one. Just pretty much download this puppy, or you can use the one that is called Adobe Dreamweaver. I mean, it's not free, but anyway, you can get it for free if you know what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So I'm gonna be using like a Dreamweaver because I like it better. Now let's just jump quickly into Dreamweaver, and as you can see, and click on select HTML. the basic, like structure of the HTML page will be, will be shown. Now, okay, let's see. Now I have already created on my local host, like a folder where I'm gonna be, saving all the files. Now, guys, let's just say this is pretty much straightforward. Just title. Let's just go title. Oh, crazy. Title. Now down here in the body, that's where we need to put some, some code. I'm not going to be going into details. You're going to be learning that later on, all right, on your own. Now, the basic one is div. As you can see, as soon as you start typing, it's going to already, pre-fill it for you. All right, div and hello world, damn it, world, baby. Okay, now this is pretty much the way it looks. All right, this is just a simple line of div. Now we're gonna have to save it. Okay, I'm gonna save it over here. I'm gonna save it over here. Now stay with me, guys, because okay, it looks like I have to do it the hard way. Okay, XAMPP, BAM, delete, and tutorial. Okay, now here's the thing. This folder remains empty, but if let's just pretend that people want to access your this folder. All right, let's just say it's called money. All right. So and this file that we're going to be saving, it's going to have extension HTML. So if you call it test, the people will have to access your this file like your domain name.com/money/money.html. But if you call this file index, as soon as they type your domain name.com money, it will already automatically run this file. All right, so I'm going to save it as HTML. Now that it's already saved, let's just open this this file. So I'm gonna go to localhost. I know, guys, this is very for you right now is like wow, this is rocket science, but you have to stay with me because what I'm talking about is pretty basic stuff. So you need to learn basic stuff in order to advance. All right, so localhost, I'm gonna access this file, delete tutorial, and as you can see, tutorial, and as soon as I hit enter, let's just pretend that this is gonna be your domain name, domain whatever tutorial. Bam, it's gonna as you can see show this page, and as you can see, it's title. Now I'm using Firefox web browser, but you can use like Chrome. It has this tool. It also has this tool. The tool is called Firebug. You need this tool, guys, if you wanna play with the code, because you over here you can't see exactly how the code looks like because it's quite difficult, right? But with using Firebug, you can directly manipulate the code and see on the live page. Okay, I'm gonna show you right now what I mean. As you can see, here is the inspector, so I'm gonna inspect this line over here. All right, so as you can see right now, we don't have any CSS and stuff, but let's just pretend that I wanna do some modifications, make it pretty and stuff like that. All right, so let's just add space over here to the div, and we're gonna be using class, what it's called class, or you can go okay, I'm gonna first type class, as you can, like this, and we're gonna name class test, for instance, for the purpose of the tutorial. But there is another let's say thing called style. So every code you can do it like this, style, bam, like this, and you can put all your CSS code directly here. But the main disadvantage of this is that every time you need to modify CSS, you need to access this line of code. All right, that's kind of a pain in the butt because I don't want to, you know, like every time, you know, like edit the entire page. So the best solution is to use class, because class is going to be located in the separate CSS file. So you just pretty much manipulate that code and it will automatically be applied to this line. All right. So now it's called test. All right. As you can see, class test. Now we need to add CSS. So over here in this area, just click right click and add rule. As you can see, it says div because it thinks that we want to add, you know, like CSS to div, but we're not because, you know, if the page contains many divs, it's going to apply to them too. So we need to tell that we want to test, only to test. Sorry, so point test. Now click hit enter. Now we're gonna make it pretty. Let's just say we need to position this puppy in the middle of the page. So text align, it automatically fills in, and center. All right, as you can see, bam, it's already centered. Now we need to let's just make it bigger. Let's just make the words bigger. So it's called font size. Font size, let's just go 22 pixels. Bam. As you can see, you can go as bigger as you want. And now let's just pretend that we need to make it like all capital letters. So text transform uppercase. Bam, as you can see, it's all in uppercase letters. All right. So now let's just pretend that okay, let's see that let's just color. In order to make it like change the color, so just color and red. Okay, let's just you can type red, for instance, the word red, or you can enter the CSS you know, like color code. So let's just go, I don't know, okay, CD, bam, as you can see. Okay, just gonna go green. Now this is pretty much it. So now let's just pretend that we have another, you know, like another line over here. So let's just copy this line over here, copy this line, bam, paste it here, and we're gonna test 2. As you can see, we have another div line. It's called test 2. So okay, what time is it? 12 minutes. Holy moly, 12 minutes. All right, guys. So let's just see div 2. All right. So we need to add another CSS to this div 2. So add class CSS 2. We're gonna quickly text align center, bam, font size 15, for instance, pixel. Now, as you can see, they're pretty close, all right? These two lines are pretty close. So if you want to add space, let's just separate them vertically. We need to add what it's called margin and padding, all right? Padding means that the space will be added inside the div, all right? But margin means that the space, or let's, yeah, it will be added to the entire div, all right, inside. So I mean, the CSS experts, they say that the margin is will be added to the inside the box and margin outside the box, all right. So let's just go margin. Okay, margin okay, margin top 50 pixel, right? 50 pixels. Bam, as you can see, it's been already moved, and here is the margin that we have just added. All right, guys, so this is pretty much the very basic HTML CSS stuff. So now let's just jump quickly into the PHP. All right. Okay, so let's just say this is the code. All right, so pretty much okay, I'm not gonna go very into, you know, like into PHP code, because, you know, well, I don't want to spend your time anyway. So let's just quickly go here now. PHP, let's see. So the code has to start like this. Okay, let's see. Bam, bam, PHP, PHP, and let's just close the code over here. Now, you have to, okay, over here we're gonna be placing our PHP code. And down here, let's just go like this, copy. So it's gonna be what, PHP, echo whatever. Okay, let's see, like this. Now you need to save this. I mean, as you can see, this has you know, like extension index.html, but you need to save it as PHP. So save it as .php. All right, bam. Okay, we're gonna save it this puppy as okay, I made some errors over here, pretty basic stuff, so it has to be like this. Oh man, come on baby. Now as you can see, now echo, for instance, this code. Okay, echo okay, echo for instance robot test. Bam. Now here's the super basic code. So if, for instance, if I don't know, I mean, okay, let's just put it this way. As you can see over here, we have we place test. So test equals this. Bam. Now as you can see, we over here we're using just the basic PHP expression, but over here we're telling the we're basically working with the PHP code. It's a bit difficult, but anyway, you'll understand what I'm talking about. As you can see over here, we said the test. You can use some expression, but anyway, this is super basic. We said the test equals this, and over here in PHP we said that we need to show the content of the test. All right, so first the server will process this line, and then it will you know, like pass it to here. So if we go here, we go index.php, bam, as you can see, it shows over here the same. Or you can, for instance, hello world, instead of hello world, this is PHP line, save, and if you refresh it, it's gonna say this is PHP line over here. So this is it, guys. Wow, 18 minutes of pretty basic stuff. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, just please let me know. See you around.